The royal baby Zuckerberg is alive, while Flash is inching closer to death. Plus, people are naming their babies after photo filters and more. It's Tuesday, December 1st, and this is Crunch Report. Hello everyone, it is Sweather Weather, finally in San Francisco. Okay, on to the news. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan just had a baby girl named Maxima, or Max for short. Congratulations. Along with the birth announcement, Zuckerberg made another huge announcement that the couple plans to give away 99% of their Facebook shares to, quote, advance human potential and promote equality for all children in the next generation. Sadly though, those shares are currently worth only about $45 billion. Just kidding. The pledge was part of a much longer letter addressed to little Max and posted on Facebook, along with an adorable photo of the family. Now, back in November, remember November? It was yesterday. Zuck also said he planned to take 2 months of paternity leave after his daughter was born. The Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative is going to be a new organization formed as a limited liability company that is controlled by Zuckerberg and Chan, with Zuckerberg still controlling his shares. The initiative will fund nonprofit organizations, make private investments, and participate in policy debates as well. It's been kind of a big week for this family already. Just yesterday, we told you about Zuckerberg and Bill Gates teaming up with other tech executives to start the Breakthrough Energy Coalition, which invests in zero-carbon energy technology around the world. So Flash isn't completely dead yet, but it's, let's call it mostly dead. Adobe, which is obviously the company behind Flash, just renamed one of its programs. It's 20 years old and it's called Adobe Flash Professional, or at least it was. Now it's called Adobe Animate CC. Now, if you hadn't used Flash Professional before, it created web-rich animations like Flash ads, that sort of thing. But for the past few years, more and more Flash Professional users were using the program to create HTML5 and WebGL animations and bypassing Flash altogether, and then users didn't need to install Flash plugins and stuff that people hate about Flash. In fact, according to Adobe, 1/3 of Flash Professional content created today uses HTML5. So it's not a majority yet, but it's enough to not really warrant having the name Flash in the application title anymore. By the way, Adobe isn't dropping Flash support, at least it isn't yet, but the company's making it pretty clear that Flash isn't the future. A few new tools along with the name change to Adobe Animate CC include new vector-based brushes, a rotatable canvas, better audio syncing, and color changing. Animate CC will now also work with Adobe Stock and Creative Cloud libraries and is set for release in 2016, which as of today is 1 month from now. Oh my God, where does the time go? So 'tis the season to be brutal, if you're WhatsApp anyway, which is owned by Facebook, and now blocking links to rival messaging app Telegram so that users can't share clickable Telegram-associated URLs in their WhatsApp chats. Now, the URLs themselves aren't completely stripped out. They're just unlinked text, which is very annoying because then you'd have to remember it and type it in later. Now, it appears these links are only being blocked in WhatsApp's Android app. The iOS app seems fine. So, is this a bug? Is this something they did on purpose? It's kind of hard to believe it's a bug since it's specifically targeting Telegram. It's not just all links from other places. In a note on its website, Telegram also claims that its Facebook page has vanished for no apparent reason. Now, Telegram launched back in 2013 and saw growth this year rise from 1 billion users in February to 12 billion by September, with monthly actives around 60 million. That is way, way less than WhatsApp's 900 million monthly user mark. That was as of September. It might even be 1 billion by now. But unless this is just a big misunderstanding, WhatsApp appears to be threatened in some way by Telegram. Google just wants everybody to use less data on mobile devices. Last January, the company announced an optional data compression feature into its Chrome mobile browser, which shrunk data usage by up to 50%. Now, Google's updated the Data Saver feature in the Chrome Android browser, which can now save users up to 70% of their data usage. The trick is that it removes most images when it loads a web page, when it detects that you're on a slower connection. Then, after the page loads, you tap to show all the images, or you can just select the ones that you want to see. And for a lot of web content, you probably don't need to load most of the images anyway, especially on mobile. Unless it's a TechCrunch article, of course, which has only the finest web images. Google's improved compression feature is initially rolling out to Chrome users in India and Indonesia. Those are two developing regions where slower speeds are still an issue. Indonesia was also the first country where Google began testing mobile-optimized web pages. As for which countries get Data Saver next, or when we might expect Chrome for iOS, Google only says in the coming months. So, Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan had their baby, and her name is Max. We covered that. Wonderful news. But speaking of baby names, BabyCenter.com has shared their top 10 names of 2015 for both male and female babies. Why am I telling you this? Well, because we're seeing some interesting trends. Some of the names that are rising to the top just happen to also be the names of Instagram filters. For example, Lux, which is actually a great Instagram filter, one of the best. But it's now also becoming a popular baby name, and I don't think that's a coincidence. According to BabyCenter.com, the name rose 75% on the 2015 list of baby boy names compared to 2014. Other popular filter baby names, that's what Drew Olenoff is calling them, are catching fire like Amaro, Hudson, Kelvin, and Ludwig for boys, and Juno, Valencia, and Willow for girls. Instagram filters that have yet to catch on, but we have high hopes for in 2016 include Lo-Fi, Perpetua, Inkwell, and Moon. Get to baby making, everyone, and do us proud. And that is the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TechCrunch.com. You can find us on iTunes as well, and of course on YouTube. See you tomorrow.